So Pratham has also joined. Good evening, Pratham.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. I hope my screen is visible for all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you for the confirmation. Yes, we'll wait for a few more minutes. Let others join. So Shreyas has also joined. Good evening, Shreyas. Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so we will hope that others will join in meantime. Yes. So once again, good evening to all the students who have joined. In today's session, we are moving to next unit, that is Unit 6, Roles and Responsibilities of a Teacher. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Please let me know if I'm not audible at any stage, or if you're not able to hear anything, and you can ask me to repeat it. Okay, not a problem at all. So we'll be doing the roles and responsibilities of a teacher, Unit 6. And under this topic, we are going to cover all the sub-concepts as per the syllabus. That is personal and professional characteristics, ancient Indian values, Guru Shishya Parampara, ethics of teaching profession, teacher as a facilitator, and teacher as a co-learner. Okay. So the thing is, one, two, only 6 have joined. Technically, the class was scheduled at 6:30 in the first message. Most probably, most of them might have seen that, and they might not have seen the second message. I'll just update it in the group. Yes. Okay, so let us move on to the first question. I hope you all are there and I'm audible to you. Meanwhile, Purvika has joined and Shiva Darshan has joined. Shiva Darshan. Yes, I'm sorry. Janisha has also joined. So, okay, so we have a good number now. Let us go ahead. So we are going to discuss some major questions that cover roles and responsibilities of a teacher. Moving on to the first question. Question number 1. The ability to understand and share the feelings of students, seeing the world from the learner's perspective, is called option A, empathy and compassion. Option B, systemic assessment. Option C, strict enforcement. Or option D, detailed knowledge. The question is asking about the ability of a teacher to understand and share feelings of students and to be able to see world from their perspective, from their eyes. So what is it called as?
Sir, option A, sir.
Shailaja says option A, empathy and compassion. In the chat box also, Rajata says the same. It's option A, empathy and compassion. What about others?
Option A, sir.
Gayatri says A. Varsha has also joined us. Soumya joined us. Others? The ability to understand and share feelings of students, seeing the world from the learner's perspective. Okay. Suvarna has also joined. Yes. So till now, 3 of you have answered, Shailaja, Gayatri and Rajata, who say that the answer might be option A, empathy and compassion. Purvika K has also joined. Now, can anyone tell me what is empathy? What is your understanding of empathy? What is empathy?
Thinking their position, sir.
Gayatri, can you please be a little louder?
Thinking their positions.
Thinking from their position. Okay. Okay. Good attempt. What
Sir,
about
empathy is
seeing
the
in others?
ability to understand of another person, sir.
Okay. Able to understand another person. Rajata says seeing in others' perspective. Okay. What about others?
Understanding the students' feelings and perspectives.
Yes. See, one common meaning that comes out of empathy, right, is able to think from that person's perspective, as said here in chat box, and others who also said, Gayatri, Shailaja, all of you have said. Empathy means able to understand the situation from their perspective, what they might have been feeling, right? If we look what the problem that a person is facing from our perspective, it is different. But when we understand or try to figure out or try to understand what they might be feeling, right, that is empathy. So we say, no, putting our feet into someone else's shoes, right? Have you heard this term? So this is empathy and also compassion. Can anyone tell me what is compassion, or what is your understanding? What do you mean by compassion? Yes. Compassion is nothing but understanding someone. Okay. Compassion majorly talks about understanding someone. So as you all have correctly said, the correct answer for this is option A, empathy and compassion. Okay. Because in the question we're talking about understanding and share the feelings of students. For able to share the feelings of students, you should be able to think from their perspective, from how they see the world, right? Seeing the world from learners' perspective. The correct answer here is empathy and compassion. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Moving on to the next question. Okay, question number 9. NEP 2020 states that teachers must be re-established as option A, the most respected and essential members of society. Option B, the figures whose decisions cannot be questioned by anyone. Option C, facilitators for completing learning and assessment. Option D, examiners whose function is to conduct and evaluate examination. So in the chat box, Janisha says option C. What about others?
Option A, sir.
Annapurna Purvika has said option C. Gayatri says option A. So now there are two options.
Sir,
Suvarna
option
also
A,
says
sir.
option C. Rajata says option A and Shailaja is also says option A. Whereas most of them have said option C. That is Janisha, Annapurna, Purvika, Suvarna. 4 have said option C, 3 have said option A. What about others? NEP 2020 states that teacher must be re-established as. Okay. Yukti and Purvika are also saying C, whereas Shashivardhan is saying option A. I purposefully put the options like this for this question. Okay. Purvika H also says option C might be the correct answer. Now, let me
Sir, option A.
Okay, Shreyas also says option A. Now, let me quickly read. Okay, so there is a confusion. Half of you have said option C, half of you have said option A. Let me now read what NEP 2020 says. Okay, so NEP 2020 acknowledges the following statement. The teacher must be at the center of the fundamental reforms in education system. Okay, the new education policy must help re-establish teachers at all levels and the most respected and essential member of our society. So NEP 2020 is trying to tell us that teacher was one of the most respected member of society earlier, right? In the ancient times. But in the recent days, teachers have lost the credibility or the respect among society. So NEP 2020 is stating that teachers must be re-established as the most respected and essential members of the society, which makes option A the correct answer. I completely agree that option C makes sense, but this is not what NEP 2020 is asking to restate teachers as. Okay? I hope you have got the correct answer and you will remember this, especially those who have done the mistake. Any doubt here? So the lines that I write, I write quote and quote from the NEP 2020 document. Okay. So the correct answer, what NEP 2020 is saying, the teachers must be re-established as is the most respected and essential members of society. Yes. Okay. Any doubt here? Yes. Okay, great. Let us move on to the next question then. A teacher who adjusts plans, methods, and approaches based on classroom realities and students' needs demonstrates option A, adaptability and flexibility based on students' needs and requirements. Option B, rigid commitment to completing the syllabus without any modification. Option C, a preference for teacher-centered lecture methods over interactive strategies. Or option D, reliance on single textbook as the only source of classroom instruction.
Option A, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all of you have said option A, even in the chat box and through mic. So all of you are saying that it's option A, adaptability and flexibility based on students' needs and requirements. Yes. So as you correctly said, the question is asking about a teacher who adjusts their plans, which we discussed yesterday. Also, a similar question had come. The method of teaching and the approaches in the classroom based on the classroom realities, that is the students' needs. So this is called, or a teacher who does this has the skill of adaptability and flexibility, which is done based on the students' needs and requirements, which is the correct answer as correctly stated by all of you. Great. Shall we move on to the next question then? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Now, question number 8. The ability to manage one's own emotions, remain calm under pressure, and not react impulsively to classroom challenges is called a permissive teaching style. Option B, excessive emotional involvement. Option C, rigid inflexibility. Option D, emotional stability.
Option D, sir.
Okay, Shailaja says option D. The question is asking about the ability of a teacher to manage his or her own emotions, remain calm under pressure,
Option D.
and not react impulsively. Yes, Shreyas. So Rajata and Purvika have also said the same, and Shreyas. Soumya also says it's option D, emotional stability.
Option D.
Pratham also says the same.
Sir,
Yes,
option
Yukti.
D.
Yes, Gayatri, did you say option B or option D?
D, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So you all are correct. The correct answer here is option D. When we are talking about emotional stability, it's about managing one's own emotions. When you're emotionally stable, that means you're able to manage your emotional well, right? You're able to remain calm under pressurizing situations and you do not act impulsively. You do not act on your anger or you do not act on your emotions, right? You're emotionally stable. So this whole thing, the ability to manage your emotions, remain calm under pressure and not act impulsively to the challenges that come in classrooms is called emotional stability, as correctly answered by all of you. Great. Let us move on. Yeah, this chat box. So can you explain option one? Okay, so option one is saying a permissive teaching style. Can anyone help me with the meaning of permissive? What is your understanding of permissive? Permissive means giving a lot of freedom. Okay. So when in a teaching, you're using a teaching style where you're giving too much freedom, will you be able to manage all the things? It will be difficult. It will be a challenge, to be honest. So a permissive teaching style is not the correct answer. So we are not asking about teaching style also in the question. They are asking about the ability of a teacher. Okay. So emotional stability is an ability, but teaching style is not an ability, it's a teaching style. Okay, Rajata? Okay, great. Thank you for asking that out. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 10. Open-mindedness is in a teacher means option A, refusing to listen to any perspective that differs from the prescribed textbook. Option B, insisting that there is only one correct way to solve every academic problem. Option C, willingness to accept diverse perspectives and new ideas. Option D, avoiding all discussions on topics that may involve differing opinions. So in chat
Option
box,
C, sir.
okay,
Option
Yukti,
C, sir.
Gayatri, and the chat box, Rajata, Soumya. Okay, Suvarna, Janisha, all have said option C. What about others?
Option C, sir.
Option C. Yes. See, they're asking about open-mindedness in a teacher, right? They're asking about open-mindedness in a teacher. Yes, Purvika and Rekha, option C have said. So when we say open-mindedness, refusing to listen to anything is not open-mindedness, right? Insisting that there is only one correct way, what I teach is correct, is not open-mindedness. Or trying to avoid discussions on any topic or discussions at all is also not open-mindedness. So, as you correctly said, willingness to accept diverse perspectives and new ideas in the classroom is one of the key feature of open-mindedness that a teacher has or that shows that a teacher possesses. Great. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 14. PCK is considered unique to the teaching profession because it combines option A, only administrative skills and record keeping abilities without any subject knowledge. Option B, subject expertise and knowledge of how to make content teachable. Option C, exclusively theoretical knowledge without any practical classroom application. Or option D, only the ability to manage behavior without any instructional expertise.
Option B,
Sir,
sir.
option B, sir.
Yes, it's very clear and evident here. So you all are correct. Yes, 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 yes. So those who have answered in the chat box and those who have said, you all are correct. PCK, as we saw, right? As we saw PCK. What does P means in PCK?
Pedagogical content knowledge, sir.
Very good. So I asked for P, but Shailaja answered all the three. That's great. So it's pedagogy, content, knowledge. right? So pedagogy means teaching to make content teachable. Content means the subject expertise and knowledge is already given as it is. So this question correctly says about the PCK. Okay. So great. Thank you for answering it correctly. Let us move on to the next question then. Yes. Now, NEP 2020 mandates that by 2030, the minimum qualification for teaching will be option A, 1 year diploma in education, option B, a 2 year postgraduate, option C, a 4 year integrated B.Ed, or option D, a doctoral degree.
Option C, sir.
Option C, sir.
Soumya says option C, Gayatri and Shailaja have said option C, Yukti, I guess also. Yes, Rajata and Mahalakshmi, Suvarna. Okay. Pratyusha and Janisha have also joined for option C. What is this ITEP? Can anyone help me out here?
Integrated Teaching Education Program, sir.
Very good, Shailaja. It's Integrated Teacher Education Program. Yes, correct. So, ITEP means Integrated Teacher Education Program, which includes the courses BSc B.Ed, BA B.Ed, and Become B.Ed, for which you are preparing and we are conducting these classes, right? The NCET exam. Okay. So, and NEP 2020 mandates that by 2020, the minimum qualification for being a teacher will be this 4 year program. 2 year B.Ed will be removed, right? And other teacher education programs will also be sequentially phased out. And the only qualification that a person can do to become a teacher will be a 4 year integrated program. And if you clear this exam and join into any of the institution, you will also be a student studying ITEP. Okay. So as you correctly stated, it's the 4 year integrated teacher education program, which is the correct answer. Any doubt here?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, great. Let us move on to the next question then. Ncet-Ta, Diksha, and Swayam are platforms mentioned in NEP 2024. Option A, conducting high-stakes competitive entrance examination for student admission. Option B, exclusively managing school infrastructure and building maintenance records. Option C, teacher professional development and training for teachers at the national level. Option D, ranking schools nationally based on student performance on standardized tests.
Sir, option C, sir.
Gayatri says it's option C.
Shailaja, sir.
Others? Okay, Shailaja also said C. Okay, in the chat box,
Sir.
Soumya, Purvika, Mahalakshmi, Rajata, Yukti, Janisha all have said option C. Even Pratyusha Kundu has said option C. So yes, you all are correct. See, none of these tools are a student's performance test. Remember, if student's performance test is being asked, then there comes NAS, National Achievement Survey, which we saw as a question in the previous one conducted by NCERT. Then, sir, there is something called as ASER, ASER. It's not a test, but it's a report. Okay, please remember, there is something called as ASER. I think it's a test. I'm not quite sure. I'll confirm the next class if it's a test or just a report. Then there is something also called as Pratham. No, Parak. Sorry, Parak. Parakh. There is something called as Parak also. So these are student performance test. Okay. Whereas the above ones that you're able to see, right? The Diksha, the Swayam, and the Nishta. All these are for teacher training. Okay. Swayam is a hybrid one. In Swayam, online courses are available. Diksha is also a tool-based platform. Nishta, mostly they did training. Okay, these two are also related. So the correct answer, as you all said, it is these are teacher professional development and training. Okay, these focus on teacher professional development and training. Great. Let us go to the next one then. Question number 20. The National Professional Standards for Teachers, NPST, proposed by NEP 2020 aims to provide option A single fixed salary for all teachers regardless of experience or performance, a system to permanently rank and publicly shame underperforming teachers. Option C, a tool for reducing the number of teachers employed in government schools. Option D, career progression and quality benchmarking standards for teachers.
Sir, option D, sir.
Okay, so Soumya, Rajata, Pratyusha, Purvika, Shailaja, all have said option D. Yes, okay, others are also joining. Can anyone tell me who is working on NPST? Which is the government body that is working on NPST? Any idea about that? Any idea about which is the body that is working for on NPST, right? Preparing this National Professional Standards for Teachers. The module, there's a document. If you'll just click NPST, you'll get a PDF document, a yellow document. It has stated everything. And teachers are going to assess. Teachers will be assessed. Yes, Yukti, very correct. It is NCTE. Can anyone abbreviate NCTE for me? What is the full form of?
National Professional Standards for Teachers, sir.
Okay, Shailaja. Good, good. Correct. I'm asking for NCTE.
National Council.
Okay.
National Council Teacher Education, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Soumya and Shailaja. It's National Council for Teacher Education. So the NCTE, okay, the NCTE is a regulatory body. So this is the one that gives approval to run specific programs. And the ITEP main curricular, yes, Yukti correctly put in the chat box. The ITEP main curriculum, the syllabus is prepared by NCTE, which institutes will take in and modify based on their needs. Small modification will be allowed. Okay. So National Council for Teacher Education is the regulatory body for all the teacher education programs run across the country. Please remember that. And NCTE is also the one that is preparing NPST. NPST is going to be a test for teachers based on which they are going to classify teachers into three major categories. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question then. Question number 23. Classroom management as a professional competency involves option A, only punishing students who break rules without establishing any positive expectations. Option B, exclusively lecturing without any concern for student engagement or participation. Option C, creating an organized, respectful, and productive learning environment. Or option D, allowing complete chaos and disorder as a form of student-centered education.
Option C, sir.
Yes, so all of you in the chat box have said option C, and through mic also a person has said option C. That is creating an organized, respectful, and productive learning environment. This is what is classroom management as a professional competency. Remember, respectful, organized, and productive. These are major words here. So these three words has to be remembered by all of you when we talk about classroom management as a professional competency. Yes, let us move on to the next question then. Yes, Sa Vidya Ya Yumuktaye means option A, knowledge for accumulating personal wealth and power. Option B, knowledge is that which liberates. Option C, education is memorizing textbooks. Or option D, learning should be restricted to a single discipline.
Option B, sir.
So, Soumya, are you guessing or are you sure it's option B?
I read somewhere.
Okay, okay, okay. Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye. Only
Option B, sir.
okay, Shailaja also says option B. Now only two have answered. What about others? Okay, in the chat box, slowly answers have started coming. Rajata and Pratyusha say it's option B.
Option B is correct, sir.
Option B. Okay, so as most of you might be confused here, Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye means knowledge is that which liberates. As all of you said, that is correct. Vimuktaye means liberation. Sa Vidya, knowledge is Ya Vimuktaye, which liberates. Okay, so please remember, Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye means knowledge is that which liberates. Okay, let us move on to the next question. Ahimsa as a value for teacher means non-violence in thought, word, and deed. Option B, using physical force and verbal intimidation. Option C, encouraging competitive aggression. Option D, ignoring all instances of bullying and harassment.
Option A, sir.
Option A, sir.
A. Okay, option A. So in chat box also, many of you have said it's option A. Yes, yes, correct. Yes. So the advantage here in this question is that all the other options are hinting towards violence, which is not something that a teacher should focus on, right? So ahimsa, as we all know very clearly, talks about non-violence, right? For a teacher, it means non-violence in their thought processing, in what they speak, and in what they believe or try to do. Okay, great. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 32. Tapas in the context of teachers' values means option A, avoidance of effort and commitment. Option B, encouraging laziness and
Option D, sir.
okay, complacency. Option C, rejection. Just 1 minute. Rejection of structured routines, or option D, self-discipline and perseverance.
Option D, sir.
Option D. Please
Yes, sir.
look here. They are talking about the word tapas. Okay. So in the chat box also, all of you have said option D. And through mic also, all of you have said option D. So the option D is, as you have said, correct. It's self-discipline and perseverance. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the word perseverance? Can anyone help me with the meaning of the word perseverance?
Sir, it is mean patient effort to achieve a goal despite difficulties or disencouragement, sir.
Thank you so much for that exact definition, Shailaja. So it's technically patience to achieve a particular goal. You might have seen in movies or in serials, or you might have read in books about rishis and munis who patiently wait for years together and do tapasya to achieve the goal that they want. Similarly here, in the context of teacher also, it talks about self-discipline and perseverance. Okay. Yes. Great. Let us move on to next question then. Question number 36. Vidya in the ancient Indian tradition refers to option A, rote memorization of religious texts. Option B, information for competitive examinations. Option C, accumulation of unapplied factual data. Option D, knowledge as a liberating spiritual force.
Option D.
Option D, sir.
Yes, so most of you have said option D. Right? Through mic and through chat box, you have said it's option D, knowledge as a liberating spiritual force, which is the correct answer. for Vidya in the ancient Indian tradition. We are saying that knowledge is the one that liberates an individual, okay, that takes us away from Moh and Maya. Great. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 40. Guru Dakshina in the Guru Shishya tradition refers to option A standardized tuition fee charged monthly by the Guru for each academic session. Option B, a government mandated scholarship distributed to all students upon school admission. Option C, a compulsory entrance examination required before joining any educational institution. Or option D, a token of gratitude offered by the student to the Guru at the end of education.
Option D, sir.
So all of you in the chat box have said option D. So you have with the mic, it's very clear. We, being Indians, we are very clear about the meanings of Guru Dakshina, right? We are also very clear and have a great deal of idea about what is this Guru Shishya Parampara, right? Here they have used the word tradition, but it's technically Guru Shishya Parampara. And when we talk about Guru Dakshina, as you all rightly answered, it is a token of gratitude offered by the student. Okay, it is not something that is charged by the teacher. It is an offer, a token of offer or gratitude given by the student to the Guru, okay, to the teacher at the end of the education, once the education completes. Okay, so you all are correct. It's option D. Let us move on to the next question then. Yes, the story of Eklavya and Guru Dronacharya is significant because it illustrates option A, the complete rejection of all form of self-directed learning outside formal institutions. Option B, the irrelevance of Guru-Shishya relationship in ancient Indian education tradition. Option C, a modern approach to assessment where students are evaluated exclusively by machines. Or option D, devotion to Guru and the concept of Guru Dakshina as a sacred offering.
Option D, sir.
Okay, so the chat box has been bombed with option D. So has students just unmuted and answered the option D. And we are this story is very famous about Eklavya and Guru Dronacharya, how Eklavya sacrifices his finger, right, to prove his devotion to his Guru, right? So from which ancient Indian book does it come from? The story of Eklavya and Guru Dronacharya?
Mahabharat.
Yes, Pratyusha, you're correct. It's a story from Mahabharat. So the correct answer is devotion to Guru and concept of Guru Dakshina as a sacred offering. Thank you. Let us move on to the next question then. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was the guru of option A, Lord Rama, option B, Swami Vivekananda, option C, Chandragupta Maurya, or option D, Arjuna.
B.
Option B, sir.
Option B.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shashivardhan and Gayatri have said option B. What about others?
Option B.
Option
The chat
B, sir.
box also has said option B. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, as you say, is guru of Swami Vivekananda, which is a correct answer. But Ramakrishna Paramahamsa belonged to which state? Can anyone answer me?
West Bengal.
Very good,
West-
Gayatri. Yes, the other person also who answered, I'm sorry for interrupting you. It's West Bengal. You all are correct. So the correct answer for who was the guru of Swami Vivekananda is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was the guru of Swami Vivekananda. Correct. Let us move on to next question then. Question number 49. Personalized instruction in Gurukula system meant that the Guru, option A, adapted teaching methods to each student's abilities and temperament. Option B, used one identical standardized lesson plan for all students without any variation. Option C, ignored all individual differences and treated every student exactly the same way. Or option D, taught only the most talented students while permanently excluding all others.
Option A, sir.
Okay, option A. Option A, Gayatri has said option A. What about others in the chat box? Okay, all of you have said option A. What about others? Okay, so all of you have said option A. Now, I would like to ask you, why option A and why not option C? Why do you say it's option A and why not option C? Can anyone, or can you please try to answer, all of you? Or try to justify why do you say it's option A and not option C? Yes. There is nothing about right and wrong. I'm just asking about what is your understanding, or why did you answer option A but not option C? The question is, personalized instruction Gurukula system meant that the Guru. Okay. So Rajata says equity. Can you please elaborate on that, Rajata? If it's possible, you can please unmute and speak. Okay, they want to continue in the chat box. Purvika is saying option A. Yes. Sir, option 3 is equality. So Rajata says option 3 talks about equality. Option A talks about equity. Now, can anyone help me with what is the difference between equality and equity? Yes. What is the difference between equality and equity?
Sir, equality means is the state of having same rights, same opportunities, same gender like sir.
Okay. Then what is equity? Others?
Sir, equity means fairness or justice in dealing, sir.
So they both have completely different meanings and they don't apply to the same context then? But here, Rajita has said that they apply to the same context, but one talks about equality, while the other talks about equity. What is this equity and equality? What is the difference between equity and equality? Are they same or are they different? Okay, someone has answered in the chat box. Different. Okay, Rajata says they are different. Now let me give you an example through sharing of resources. For example, you are sharing, the government shares resources among the people. Now, if you are sharing resources among the people based on the concept of equality, irrespective of the people's background, you'll give resources to them. But if you are using the concept of equity based on the needs of the person, resources will be shared. For example, a person who is very well to do will receive less resources compared to a person who needs a lot more support and who belongs to a struggling group. Okay, that is equity and this is equality. Okay. So equity means sharing resources as per the needs. Equality means irrespective of, not looking at anything else. But when we talk about personalized instruction, when we talk about personalized means individual needs. And when we say individual needs, then the concept of equity comes in as said. So adapting teaching methods is very important here. If you ignore individual differences and treat everyone equally, the people who need support might not get the support that they need. You all have answered correctly. You all have understood. I just wanted to bring in this concept. Okay, great. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 54. Maintaining confidentiality of students' information and disclosing it only when legitimately required is a teacher's obligation to career advancement, school administration, competitive ranking, Option D, students. I'll repeat the question again. Maintaining confidentiality of student information and disclosing it only when legitimately required is a teacher's obligation to whom? It's teacher's obligation to career advancement. Is it teacher's obligation to the school's administration or competitive ranking? Or is it teacher's obligation to the students? So since we have started the classes, this is the first question, I think, where students have got stumped and till now no one has made an attempt to answer. Yes, even if you're wrong, no problem. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Purvika says option C, competitive ranking. What about others? Yes.
Option B, sir.
Schools administration, option B. Soumya says option D. Pratyusha and Purvika have also said option C. Rajata and Shashivardhan have said option D.
Option D.
Yes, Pratham also says option D.
Sir, its correct is B, sir.
Okay, so Shailaja says option B, school administration.
Option B,
So
sir.
option D.
Yukti says option B. Shreyas says option D.
So option D.
Okay, Shreyas. Now, I'll read the question for you and decipher it for you. Maintaining confidentiality of whose information here?
Student information.
Okay. Maintaining confidentiality of student information and disclosing it only when it is very much required. Then, whose teacher's obligation of a student's information is to whom? Confident. Yes. Mahalakshmi says option B, school administration.
Sir, can you explain the question?
Okay, I'll explain the question again. The question is talking about maintaining students' confidentiality. Confidentiality means teacher will have a lot of student information, right? As you're a teacher, you'll be dealing with a student every day. You will have students' performance. You will observe students' behavior. If you're maintaining a portfolio, you also know about their, gains and the processes that they're undergoing. So this is all very sensitive information. And you cannot just give this information to anyone or put it on internet or doing something like that. You can only disclose it when it is very much required, legitimately required, right? So this information that the teacher has, right? Who is the teacher obligated to? Maintaining this confidentiality of this information is obligated to whom? Is it school administration? Is it students? Or is teachers' competitive development, career advancement, or competitive ranking?
Option D.
So the correct answer here is actually option D, students, because this information belongs to students. Remember, it's student sensitive information. So the first obligation, teachers do have obligation to school administration. I completely agree. That is why many of you might have said option B. But the first obligation comes to students because it is their personal information. Okay? Remember this. Okay? So when a teacher maintaining the confidentiality of students' information and telling it or disclosing it only when it is required, it is the teacher's obligation to students. Even if someone asks about this particular student's information, right? For example, someone from outside come, right? For example, there are so many coaching institutes that are there. They come and they start asking information about students, who is performing well, who is not performing well. Can you give us the list of students? So the first thing that the teacher should ask to is not school administration, but the student. If the student agrees, then the teacher should go to administration, say that the student has agreed. What stand do you take? Okay. Is it clear? Any doubt here?
No doubt, sir.
No,
Yes.
sir.
So please remember, in psychology also, when someone goes for counseling, the psychologist will not reveal the information to anyone. That means they have the obligation to keep it secret, which is to their client. Okay. Yes. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 59. Exploiting students for personal gain through forced private tuition is option A, serious ethical violation. Option B, an encouraged practice. Option C, completely acceptable. Or option D, a legal right guaranteed. This question is with the perspective of a teacher. A teacher who is exploiting students for personal gain through forced private tuition. Right? I don't know if you have experienced this or not, but when I was studying, I have heard about a teacher who was not teaching to my class, but he was teaching to some other class, I think senior classes, who will teach in classroom, but also used to take tuitions in the evening. And students who used to come to his tuitions used to get better marks than the other students who did not used to go to his tuition. So exploiting students for personal gain through forced private tuition is. So almost all of you have said option A. What about others?
Option A, sir.
Yes, you all are correct. It's a serious ethical violation. Okay. It's a serious ethical violation, which is wrong. You cannot exploit students. Right? So it is not at all an encouraged practice. No one says it's agreed or acceptable, or it is not at all a legal right guaranteed to the teacher. So correct answer is option A, which is a serious ethical violation. Now, going on to the next question. Question number 64. A teacher who designs environments, asks questions, and guides students towards constructing their own understanding is acting as a strict disciplinarian. Option A. Option B, facilitator. Option C, passive observer. Option D, sole authority. Gayatri says it's option B. The
Sir,
chat box.
facilitator.
Okay, yes. So we very clearly discussed in the yesterday's class also that the role of teacher is that to be a facilitator. Right? So the correct answer here is option B, facilitator. Let us move on to the next question then.
Sir, can you explain option A, sir? That means
Strict disciplinarian means a teacher who strictly enforces discipline in class. Okay, whatever happens in my class, there should be pin drop silence. Everyone should follow my instructions, and whatever I say is the correct thing and the final thing. Okay, so a person who enforces discipline very strictly is a strict disciplinarian, Shailaja.
okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you for asking that out. It might have helped others also. Let us move on to the next question then. Question number 69. A learner-centered classroom. In a learner-centered classroom, the primary role of teacher is to option A, deliver lengthy uninterrupted lectures while students passively listen and take notes. Option B, acts as a sole source of knowledge and forbid all students question or discussion. Option C, facilitate exploration, inquiry, discussion, and constructivist construction of knowledge. Option D, completely withdraw from the classroom and allow unsupervised, unstructured activity.
Sir, option C.
Option C, sir.
All of you had said option C. Is there any difference in opinion from option C from anybody? Or if you have any doubt here?
No, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So you all are correct. It's option C because all of the other options are going in the opposite direction. Option A, option B, and option D are going in the opposite direction. So correct answer is option C. Let us move on to the next question then. Okay. NEP 2020 envisions the teacher's role as that of examination conductor who administers and grades. Option B, facilitator, mentor, co-learner, and reflective practitioner. Option C, administrator managing records, attendance, and institutional paperwork. Or option D, content deliverer.
Option D.
So right now, all of you have said option B. What about others?
Option B, sir.
Yes. So you all are correct for this question also. It is option B. That is teacher as a facilitator, mentor, co-learner, and reflective practitioner. We all co-learner was also one of the major concept of this unit. Okay, so you all are correct in the chat box as well as in the voice. Moving on to the next question. Which combination correctly matches the concepts with its source? Okay. Shellman, PCK, NCTE, Code of Ethics, NEP 2020, NPST. Shellman, Guru Shishya Parampara, NCTE, Bloom's Taxonomy, NEP, ZPD. Shellman, Cooperative Learning, NCTE, Scaffolding, NEP, Classical Conditioning. Shellman, Behavior Cognition, Conditioning, NCTE, Multiple Intelligence, NEP, Jigsaw.
Sir, option A, sir.
Shailaja says it's option A. Others? So Rajata, Pratyusha, Purvika, Annapurna, all have said option A. Yes. Okay. So you all are correct. We learned about Shellman in the previous classes also, that he is the one who talked about PCK, pedagogy, content, knowledge. NCTE is the one that talks about the code of ethics, what should be the teacher education program on, and the regulatory work. NEP 2020, as we learned today, is the one that introduced NPST. And who is preparing or working on NPST? Which body is working on NPST? Can anyone answer? Which body is working on NPST?
NCTE.
Yes, NCTE, the National Council of Teacher Education, is working on NPST. So the correct answer is option A. That is Shellman, PCK, NCTE, Code of Ethics, NEP 2020 as NPST. Okay, let us move on to the next question then. Question number 79. The Guru Shishya Parampara in the modern concept of teacher as a facilitator or teacher as facilitator share the common principle of option A, delivering knowledge exclusively through lengthy one-way lecture without interaction. Option B, using only standardized testing as the sole method of evaluating student achievement. Option C, personalized attention to each learner's needs and holistic development. Or option D, rejecting all form of student-teacher relationship and maintaining strict distance.
Option C, sir.
Yes.
Option C, sir.
Okay, option C. So almost all of you have said option C, which is correct. Okay, so the correct answer is option C. Any doubt in this question?
No doubt, sir.
Okay,
No
great.
doubt.
Let us see if we have one more question added. Okay, we have one more question. The ethical principle that connects the ancient value of Ahimsa with RTE Act 2009, that is section 17, is option A, the promotion of competitive aggression and rivalry among students in classroom. Option B, the use of physical force as the most effective strategy for maintaining classroom order. Option C, the encouragement of verbal intimidation and public shaming as disciplinary techniques. Option D, rejection of corporal punishment and all form of violence against children.
Sir, option D, sir.
Option D, sir.
Gayatri, you said option B or D?
D, sir.
B?
D.
D. Okay, D. So yes, you all are correct. It's option D, because other options completely are going opposite. I have to make the distractors very difficult for you all because you are very quickly trying to, able to identify the answer. Okay, let us move on to the next question. Let me see if this was the last question or we have one more. Okay, we have one more. The shift from teacher as knowledge transmitter to teacher as facilitator and co-learner is most strongly supported by behaviorist theories that emphasize stimulus response conditioning without cognition. Option B, constructivist learning theories of Piaget, Vygotsky, Brunner, and Dewey. Option C, psychoanalytic theories focused on unconscious deliveries and childhood trauma. Or option D, management theories designed for industry efficiency and factory production models.
Option B.
Option B, sir.
Option B, sir.
Option B, you say. What about others? Only few have answered. So one thing you have to very clearly remember is you all are correct. Option B is the correct answer. But when we say behavioristic theories, see, behavioristic theories were the one where the classrooms were teacher-centered. Okay? So remember, behaviorism means teacher-centered, constructivism or constructivist means student-centered. So earlier classroom were teacher-centered, okay, where teacher was the sole authority, right? And whatever teacher said used to be correct. And there was a very famous statement which used to say that students come to the class as a blank slate and teacher is the one that fills information. That is nothing but a behaviorist thought process, which was, challenged by people like Piaget, Vygotsky, Brunner, and John Dewey, who said that no, learners construct their own knowledge. Teacher's role is just to support them, act as a facilitator by scaffolding their learning. So as you all said, the correct answer is option B, that is constructivist learning theories.
Sir, can you explain option C, sir?
Okay, psychoanalytic theories. The psychoanalytic theories technically focus on the how your unconscious mind drives or helps you to learn particular thing, or how you learn from your childhood trauma, what and all you had faced during your childhood, right? For example, you know how to not touch a hot utensil when you experience it and get your this thing burnt, or when to answer what and when to keep your mouth shut based on the trauma that you had during childhood. Maybe when you were scolded for saying something that is, correct or honest, something like that. So that is what psychoanalytic theories talk about. Okay, Shailaja?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you for that question. So with this, we come to an end of today's session. Thank you so much for patiently listening. I hope now you are a little more confident regarding what we have discussed today, right? And little more confident about the roles and responsibilities of a teacher. So if similar questions are asked, we'll be able to answer better is what I feel. So thank you so much. We'll meet in the next class. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.